almost there.
Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, we're going to be talking about back training, more specifically, how to build a big back like I built my big back by breaking all the rules. Before I get into that topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas I turn into videos just like this. If you need coaching and want more information, check out the link down below. I would love to work with you. Now, back. Back is one of my strongest body parts, but I don't think it's by luck. I love training back. I love hammering pendlay rows and dumbbell rows and seated cable rows and lat pull downs and T-bars and machine rows. I love to hammer my back with volume. Absolutely love it. And that goes all the way up to my traps. I love to work my traps for volume. So when it comes to back, I think my back is one of my more impressive body parts, and I don't believe it's genetic. I believe it's just something that has been carved out through passion. Now, also when it comes to building a big back, I break a lot of rules. I break a lot of convention with how back should be trained or how people think back should be trained. And I'm going to get into 4 rules I break in this video that you might want to consider breaking yourself, or at least playing around with, to improve your back results. Number 1, and this one's probably the most controversial, I don't focus a lot on vertical pulling. Now, working your back, you have vertical pulling, which is pulling down, and you have horizontal pulling or rowing. Now, let me explain. A vertical pull is like a lat pull down or a pull-up. You're pulling down. You're pulling your elbows straight down towards your hips. A horizontal row is kind of the opposite of a bench press. A horizontal row is like a pendlay row or a dumbbell row or a seated cable row or a machine row or a T-bar row. So you have the vertical rows and you have the horizontal rows. I focus much more on horizontal rows. And there's a couple reasons. Number 1, I like them. Number 2, they're big, beefy, big hitters, and they allow for a lot of progression, right? You can really move up. You can move a lot of weight. You can really attack these lifts. So I like them, and they allow for a lot of progression. On the other hand, vertical pulling, it doesn't excite me as much. Lat pull downs, these are good exercises. They don't excite me as much. Lat pull downs, you kind of go okay for a while, and then you hit a hard wall where it's hard to progress. And it can be hard to progress once you hit that wall for many years. I've had a hard time progressing on the lat pull down for the last 20 years, and it's nothing due to my lack of effort. It's just a lift in most cases that just stagnates really, really quickly. And pull-ups. Pull-ups can be super frustrating for most of us. Either we're too big to do them, right? Or they don't come naturally because our limb lengths are leverages, or they're simply slow to progress on for most of us. That's the honest truth. So again, not bad exercises, but I simply prefer to do horizontal rows because they're more enjoyable and easy to progress on. So number 1 rule I break is I do a lot more horizontal rowing than vertical rowing or vertical pulling. Not that I don't do the vertical pulling, just know it's okay to break the rules and do more horizontal pulling or rowing. Number 2, I use body part splits. And this is a big thing for a lot of people, but I love getting into the gym and attacking my back all in one session. I love to go to war just in one session. I love the feeling. Now, if you are hesitant to jump into a body part split, one thing you could do is take an upper lower and turn it into a lube, okay? So let's get the laughter out of the way, but what does a lube mean? Well, you can head over to my website, superlivingtoday.com, and there is a lube. You can search L-U-B-E, but basically what it is you can take an upper-lower split, and you can keep the 2 upper days, okay? But you can take the lower days and you can turn them into a back day and a leg day because, look, let's be honest, a lot of us don't like to train legs more than once a day or once a week. So you could insert in a back day and a leg day, and this is where I get the loop, the lower, the upper, the back, and then what I call the extra upper day. So if you're hesitant to jump into a body part split, you could take the upper lower split, do 2 uppers, and then have a back and leg day. All right, number 3, I use Versa grips. Everyone has a heart attack over this. When it comes to training their back, about 50% of the lifters are like, I want to work on my grip strength as well. Well, that's all good and well, but if you don't use straps or VersaGrips when you are doing your back work, number one, you're going to highly encourage elbow tendonitis, and the pain from this is going to be excruciating, and it's going to be near impossible for you to get rid of unless you make the switch to straps or VersaGrips. Look at golf. All the gripping they do from the golf clubs, tennis, all the gripping they do from the tennis rackets, that contributes to tennis elbow, golfer's elbow. We get the same thing, but mostly from all the back day work. We're constantly gripping. It drives elbow tendonitis. So use grip work for that, or use straps or VersaGrips for that. Also, at some point, your strength, your rowing strength, should outshadow your ability to grip it. We don't want to focus on grip during back training. We don't want to do that. That's backwards. We want to focus on building a big back during back training. And then if your grip stinks or you need to work on your grip, do it after you're done with your back work. So that's another rule I break. And the last rule I break is that I use power. Look, this is another controversial thing. On the bench press, if you're pressing off your chest, you're exploding, you're driving, you're using power, right? That's okay in the lifting world. On a deadlift, pulling off the ground, you're using power, you're exploding the bar up. That's okay in the lifting world. Squats, you're in the hole, you have to explode and power up. That's okay in the lifting world. But good grief, if you start to use power on your back work, driving those elbows back to move weight, people have a heart attack, right? They have a heart attack. One thing I've always done is I'm not sloppy. I can still feel my back work. But what I do is I focus on driving my elbow and shoulder back at the same time while generating power. I want to move some big weight, not sloppy. I don't try to use sloppy form. I can still feel my back working, but I want to generate power on my back just like I do on the rest of my lifts. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.